महबूब दे देखने कारण
So we all know how Nickmercs tried to take down, or not tried, succeeded with Face Swag and a few other people in taking down the greatest Call of Duty Elite Game and StubMuffin athlete ever's YouTube channel known as 8 Thoughts, because 8 Thoughts made fun of Nickmercs' thumbnails, saying his thumbnails, when you have this open mouth, looks like he's taking a big, which is what it looks like. And he got butthurt about that because he's beta male. But hey, we have a twist in the plot here. Nickmercs has a W take that me, the ghost of 8, which is nothing even related to 8 Thoughts. I'm a totally different person. I mean, I'm just as big as a stud with just the same size penis. And also I shave my balls just like him. And I'm also, you know, really sexy and great at everything in life, just like 8 Thoughts, but I'm not 8 Thoughts. But we have a twist in the plot here where Nickmercs has a take that is a major W, a major alpha male, major Chad take on a social issue that's happening right now in the world, in the West. Well, in the West, everywhere else in the world, it doesn't deal with this nonsense bullshit and gets on with their life and works on trying to make their country the best country in the world and providing for their people. The West is more worried about ESG ratings and social virtuing online. Basically a bunch of socialist, far left, wokeism, mind virus nonsense that is ultimately undermining our countries and our societies. But Nickmercs has a W take. So there's this tweet by this guy named Puckett. I don't know who the hell this dork is. CDL, obviously a Call of Duty esport nerd. Not cool, probably major dork, beta male. This happened 4 blocks from my Overwatch League apartment. Americans are in a sad place right now. Let people love who they love and live your own life. And it was a subtweet to some guy named Brennan Murphy. Anti-LGBT protesters attack pro-LGBT demonstrators outside of a Glendale, California school board meeting. Reading that right there is also a twisted narrative. The anti-LGBT guys attacked the pro guys. It's the other way around. Like, I don't know who started who did what, but, you know, hey, you gotta like twist the narrative to try to make it look like the anti-LGBT people are the bad. The school board is voting on recognizing June as Pride Month. I don't know what the whole story is behind that, but for those who aren't paying attention right now, there's a lot of, you know, meddling in children when it comes to LGBTQ stuff and people trying to, you know, influence them to, you know, also at the same time, there's not a bad stuff is happening. They're trying to, you know, let kids know that if you feel a certain way, which is also ridiculous. I hate to break it to you, but until you're 18, 16, 15, when you're a little kid, you don't know anything about the sexuality. You don't need to know about that type of stuff. If you're being confused about the way you feel, everyone was at that age. You don't need to go in there and meddle with kids and teach them about this. That's my personal opinion. If you're 16, 17, 18, getting older, getting more in touch with what's going on, your brain is actually starting to develop, then you can start to reach out and start to do that stuff. That's my take on it. This whole push for the children is ridiculous. Is what happens with liberalism. There's a lot of people who have written about this in the past, and it's been 100% right that the liberalisms are actually the most authoritative people and the people that be most likely to turn to authoritarianism, socialism, communism. That's where it ends up heading to, telling you what you can and can't think, and the government controls everything about your life. If you think I'm being a little bit overreaching there, I'm not, because that's what happened. What did it turn out to? We want to be accepted. We want to be able to have our lives just like everybody else. That's cool. Now we got people dressed up in drag shows, reading to kids books for whatever reason. Why you got to read those books to kids? What does that got to do with anything other than just craziness? And there's more stuff that I can't go into on YouTube because I'll end up just getting, you know, annexed and blocked and getting in trouble. I'm already probably in trouble by making this video. I don't even know. Censorship's at an all-time high. God bless free speech and God bless the foundations of the Western society. They're now being destroyed in the name of equality and righteousness on the left. Bunch of brain-dead morons. So Nickmercs out here, who is a beta male himself and 5 feet tall, understandably so, he has short man syndrome, it happens. It seems that him being a father, and he's finally trying to turn him into being an actual man, has a pretty strong take here, which, like I said, can't believe he said it. They should leave little children alone. That's the real issue. And of course, the beta male Call of Duty people and the social media millennials and Generation Z dorks online are attacking him. A lot of just normal people who don't have social media followers, who aren't social media influencers. So people besides them are actually saying, yeah, no, we agree with Nick. But of course, all the social virtuing people like Jake Lucky and this guy here, the dude who runs Charlie Intel, of course, are trying to, you know, condemn him and make him look bad. And he is now a Call of Duty operator, as Dick Serto tweeted out. Nickmercs is facing criticism for a tweet regarding Pride Month in schools. Of course, the guy who runs Charlie Intel is going to have some kind of bot response. And here's the response to you people. People are allowed to have different different opinions. Nothing Nickmercs said there is wrong, hateful, or mean. And people in the West, hate to break it to you, are allowed to say something that you don't agree with. That's called free speech. That's what actual equality is called. That's called one of the building blocks, the foundations of the West, especially America, is free speech. People are allowed to disagree. He didn't say anything hateful, didn't say anything mean, but people try to cancel because his opinion doesn't line up with yours. And like I said, liberals, people who are following this woke mind virus, are the least likely to not be fascists themselves. They're totally about equality and everyone get along and we're all about respecting each other's opinions. But if your opinion is different than mine, we're going to cancel you and call you a racist or hate speech or a right-wing misogynistic Trump supporter. They're going to, it's all just nonsense, man. And there's all these other comments as well on there, of course, like I said, the social media cucks and the Call of Duty Twitters and YouTubers and Twitch streamers. A lot of them, majority are like, oh, this is so bad. Oh my God, I can't believe you said this, and making up nonsense excuses for, not agreeing with Nickmercs' opinion on the matter of the fact. And there's also, though, like I said, a lot of laymen, a lot of people, just regular folks, who actually agree with what Nickmercs is saying. Personally, I agree with Nickmercs as well. You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. And it's weird how we get to a certain point because that's what liberals do. They're authoritarians. They want you to think the way they think. If you think otherwise, they aren't into equality. So anyways, that's the video. Nickmercs is still a beta male until he apologizes to me for his actions from the past. And, well, not me, sorry, 8 Thoughts. I'm the ghost of 8. Totally different people. Both studs, but totally different people. But this is a W take, and I could be friends with Nickmercs, baby, if he apologized to 8 Thoughts. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I am the ghost of 8, not 8 Thoughts. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Of course, you enjoyed it. If you liked it, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe. Stay black, question, Lord, and live until the shapeshifters bring you down.